Hey guys, how's it going? It's Monday. Happy Monday, guys. I felt like making a video because there's a lot going on this week and a lot of themes that I've been feeling and noticing, so I wanted to just put those out there. It feels like a good time to do that, to start the week off with them. So, first of all, today is the 21st of December, so it's 12/21. So for those of you guys who are interested in the symbology of repeating numbers, the 12 is mirroring itself today with the month and the day. So there's that. Tomorrow is a solstice, so it is going to be, for those of us in the northern hemisphere, the shortest day of the year. And starting the day after, each day is going to be longer and longer. It's going to be light for longer. So that is definitely very symbolic and has some pretty big meanings. And I think a lot of you guys on my page already know this, but yeah, we're transitioning into new things like crazy this week because this is the cycle that is ending. This is the winter solstice marks the end of that cycle, and so now we're going to be beginning a new one from this solstice to the summer solstice. So we're going from the darkest parts of our season to getting lighter and lighter and lighter, working up to the brightest day in our cycle. So there's definitely that, and I really feel like right now the solstice and winter is representing our own need, just letting us know that it's natural and normal to have cycles and periods of rest, of quiet, of reclusiveness maybe, kind of hermity stuff, that it's healthy and natural and even beneficial to have these moments of shedding, of letting go. I've really been hearing since yesterday, like all day, like repeating a broken record in my mind, out with the old, in with the new. I'm guessing that that's a theme for a lot of you guys who might be watching this and coming into this video at whatever point you were watching this, but I really feel that's a big theme for us right now. And of course, with the solstice being here tomorrow, that makes a lot of sense. The fact that we have a new year coming up, we're ending this year and going into a new one. We're ending this month and going into a new one. We have a full moon on Friday. On Christmas, we have a full moon on Christmas. So again, another phase ending and a new one beginning. So I guess that this phrase that I've been hearing nonstop makes sense now that I've put it all together this morning and realized that there's so many cycles ending right now and new ones beginning. So if there's a lot of out with the old and with the new for you guys, or a lot of things that seem to be transitioning or changing or whatever the case is, this time is a really prime time for that. So yeah, that's a big theme for us, and it just to know that it's natural and healthy and really necessary, I think, for us, for our own health and well-being and happiness, to have these periods of rest and introspection. And that even in these dark times, there is some beauty. I do feel like this week may be kind of challenging for people, maybe because of the fact that the new moon is in Cancer, and it's as Irma K. Sawyer said in her video, and I'll post a link to that as well. It's in Cancer, so it's very nostalgic. It's about family. It's about the past. So we might be finding that as we, have reunions with these family members in this full moon, that the stuff from the past that is, this cycle that we've had with these people, represented by this this Cancer moon is coming up to the surface. We might find that things are kind of, we see people in a certain way. We might have a hard time getting over stuff, but it's also a very compassionate and loving energy as well. So, as she said, so to me, I honestly feel that overall this week is it's very good, but I do feel that some of you guys are going to be struggling, and perhaps it's because there's some tension there. Things might get a little heated with people. There might be some past stuff that's coming up. Maybe you're remembering things that are not there anymore. You know, the out with the old and with the new, perhaps those are linked together. So you guys are mourning the changes that have happened, or the losses that you guys have endured. Maybe, you know, it's not the same because there's a loved one that's in spirit and not with you physically. You know, for whatever the case is, this might be kind of a challenging week, but overall the energy is really, really good, and we might even feel lighter by the end of this week, because we're just unloading and shedding and letting go of some stuff. So there's that. And you kind of get this feeling of optimism and lightness, because now that we've let that go and we're going into the new, there's possibility, there's opportunity, there's the possibility that things are going to get better, that, you know, they're going to be lighter, and that we can start fresh and new, and yeah, so there's that. Let's see, what else? Is there something else I was going to tell you? Solstice, the full moon, how with the new, resting. Yeah, there is that too. I forgot to tell you. It's like, when, you know how in the winter things seem to die and quiet down, and that there's not as much life, and then all of a sudden, after that short period of hibernation and reclusiveness and hermitiness and darkness, it's light, and there's vibrancy, there's life, there's creation, there's abundance. You know, we have animals giving birth, and so there's more. We have plants that are growing, and sometimes those multiply in the year. So we have those. There's an abundance of that. So it's just a really good message about resting and not being afraid to let stuff go, because on the other side of that, there's more energy, there's more vibrancy, there's more life, there's more creation and creativity, there's more abundance. So it's really about self-care, and I guess ultimately some of you guys maybe who are watching this are in need of this rest, or maybe are going through this period of rest and letting go, you know, out with the old and with the new, and to know that it's a natural part of life, and it's actually really beneficial for our well-being, and that on the other side of that, there is brighter days, there's abundance, there's you know, you'll be able to see things more clearly, you'll be able to have a better idea of what you want to create and how to do that. You know, some of you guys might feel stuck right now. I know that it's not easy, I know that, and I'm not saying that it is, because I've been there myself. I know that it sucks, you know, just be blunt and honest about that. It's not that great all the time, but if there's anything that I can offer you, it is that that message, that there is something brighter and more beautiful and more abundant on the other side. Yeah, so there's those, and there's also a Mercury retrograde coming up, guys, and I feel like that's kind of why I feel this element of intensity coming up. For some of you guys, that this might be kind of difficult, because we all know Mercury retrograde. But so there's that. And before this video gets to be 1,000,000 minutes long, I just wanted to point out that there was a couple other themes besides the out with the old and with the new, and all that stuff. And I may end up making another video because I may forget stuff. But besides those things that I've already mentioned, I've been seeing and hearing a couple, well, three specifically, 3 different animals repeatedly over the last week, and I feel that that's really important to mention for you guys and their messages, so I'm gonna just bring those up right now. I have the tabs open. The first one is woodpecker, and it's funny because right before I was going to make this video, I felt drawn to step out onto the porch and go outside for a minute, and right in front of my face, the bird flew and started pecking at a tree. So it was like, in your face! So the message that this website says, it's my favorite website, one of my 2 favorite websites to go to for animal stuff. It says, keep hammering away at your current project, success is at hand. So just letting you know that success is at hand, that there's better, brighter times ahead, and of course not to give up. Hopefully I kind of conveyed that in my previous message, but maybe not. So that's just another way to affirm that. And it also is talking about the possibility for opportunity, and I think I just said that, which is actually really funny. So it says that there's potentially an opportunity for some of you guys who are drawn to watch this video and who have made it this far. There's an opportunity that's come knocking along, which is signaling to you that great changes are happening in your life, and it's up to you to seize that moment. So again, we're talking about changes here and opportunity. That's great, great validation for us. And so whatever you may perceive, I can't even read today. Whatever way you perceive it, know that the door is wide open for you right now, and that success is they wrote that wrong. That's not me this time. It's for your asking, I think is what it's trying to say. Yeah, so other than that, it's just encouraging you to go for it and to see the opportunities. The other thing is, again, that I'm picking up and seeing a lot of for us is moose. And I think I talked about that in one of my last videos, but moose brings us the message this week to reward yourself for a job well done. So I think that really does resonate with the theme that I was talking about and feeling for us right now, because this is a self-care. It is something that it is a reward, to rest and allow ourselves to let go and to shed the old. And the thing that just came to me right now, the word I just heard, is forgiveness. I think that a lot of us need to do that. I think this is going to be a good thing for us right now. Forgiveness, especially for ourselves. Self-forgiveness. That is one of the hardest things that a lot of us come across and have trouble with. But I feel that is really important for us right now. That's a big theme for us, that we can unload that. We can forgive ourselves for whatever it is that we feel that we're holding on to, that we feel guilty about, that we're holding against ourselves. We're so quick and easy a lot of times to forgive other people, and then we hold ourselves in that space where we cannot let ourselves off the hook. So that's a good weight that we can be lifting this week. Maybe you guys have already. You might be in that, because this is the energy that's present right now. So there's the end of last week, and going into this week, you guys may be feeling that, and maybe even after this week, into the new year, this will be rolling. So it's a good span of time for this. But anyways, it says, know and understand that you and only you have the authority to make your own choices in life. You do not need to feel ashamed or pressured in any way by your friends and peers in that what you choose is different from them. Stand strong and proud and own who you are. Your individuality is your strength. So perhaps this is where that self-forgiveness is coming in, where I just heard forgiveness. Perhaps this is what you need to forgive yourself about. Some of you guys who are watching this, maybe that's something that you guys have been holding on to and burdening yourself with. Let's see. And I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, so it just, when moose comes up, it can represent that you can expect a beneficial change of circumstances coming your way now. And that you can expect that simmering family conflict is about to boil over. So possibly, again, like I said, this week, you know, being that there's a lot of family gatherings and old stuff coming up, there may be that. But I don't want to be negative and alarm anybody. That opportunity is a way for us to see how far we've grown and how much more compassion we hold for ourselves and our family since we've last been in this. This is a way to end this cycle and just to bring something new to it and sort of, you know, more compassion and understanding and bring that into the situation to end that cycle and begin a new one. No matter how small it is, you know, it may not be, because let's be practical, guys, you know, this is not something that we just boom change overnight. It's something that we work towards and we heal in increments over time. So pat yourselves on the back, guys, for how far that you've come by yourselves, how far you've healed, or how far your relationships with other people have come, how healed you guys have worked together to become. A moose also represents a lucky break that is about to happen, most likely in connection with a journey. So yeah, so there's that. And the last one that I kept on seeing is Cardinal. And again, I think this is what I saw this last time as well for the reading, and so I mentioned it already, but it says, its message is, find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. That is a quote from the Dalai Lama that's on this picture of Cardinal. And what I'm being drawn to, what I'm being told as I look at the Cardinal is the red color, and it's talking about being bold and vibrant, and I feel like that means it's the feeling that I'm getting is to tell you guys to not be afraid to be bold or vibrant or to stand out or to be different. Perhaps it's in alignment with the other post, the other animal, where it said to oh, excuse me, hiccups, where it said to be the own authority in your life and not be afraid to make your own choices instead of living the way that somebody else says that you should live. So yeah, ultimately, guys, those are all the messages, and this is a 20-minute video, holy god. So I'm gonna shut this down now, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a really great week, and I will be doing this week's reading tomorrow on the solstice. I feel like that's a good day to do it, instead of on Wednesday. So I am going to end this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!